It's 2:47 in the morning. Your room is completely still. The kind of silence that feels almost heavy. Your phone screen lights up your face for a second, and then your dog suddenly lifts their head,
What is it?
ears
What do you
forward,
hear?
body tense, and then they bark. Once, twice, maybe more. You freeze. You listen. Nothing. No footsteps. No voices. No movement in the house. Just silence again. You exhale and think, what are you doing? There's nothing there. But behavioral neuroscience tells a completely different story. What your dog is doing right now is one of the most complex expressions of perception in the animal world. And most owners have no idea. Let's start with the obvious theory, because it sounds reasonable. They're just barking at nothing. Maybe they're bored. Maybe they want attention. Maybe they're just being a dog. But here's the problem. Dogs don't waste energy like that. In the wild, unnecessary noise can mean danger. It can expose location, attract predators, or disrupt a group's safety. Evolution doesn't reward random behavior. And your dog has options. If they're bored, they could choose something. If they want attention, they could nudge your hand. If they're restless, they could pace, stretch, reposition. So why this very specific behavior, sudden alertness, focused attention, and vocal response, directed at something you can't even perceive? So why do they keep doing it? Because to them, it's not nothing. It's information. And the real answer lies in how their brain experiences the world, a world far more detailed, layered, and sensitive than yours. Let's talk about what your dog is actually detecting. In 2018, researchers at the University of Veterinary Medicine Vienna, led by Ludwig Huber, studied canine auditory perception. And what they found was extraordinary. Dogs can hear frequencies up to 65,000 hertz. Humans? Around 20,000 hertz, and that drops with age. That means your dog is detecting sounds over 3 times higher than you can even register. Electrical signals in your walls. A distant car braking 3 streets away. The subtle click of a heating pipe expanding. Even rodents moving inside walls. Now add smell. A 2015 study from Cornell University found that a dog's sense of smell is between 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than a human's. They're not just smelling what's in the room. They're detecting air currents, chemical changes, even emotional signals carried through scent. And this is where it gets deep. And when something changes unexpectedly, that triggers attention, alertness, and sometimes a bark. Not randomness, detection. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because this isn't just perception. It's chemistry. In 2015, a groundbreaking study published in Science by Miho Nagasawa and her team at Asabu University in Japan explored what happens in your dog's brain when they interact with you. They measured oxytocin levels. Oxytocin, the same hormone involved in bonding between mothers and infants. And what they found was extraordinary. When dogs and their owners made eye contact, both experienced a significant increase in oxytocin. In some cases, up to 130% increase in humans and 300% increase in dogs. And here's the key. This doesn't happen with wolves. Even wolves raised by humans did not show the same response. This co-evolved specifically between dogs and humans over thousands of years. Now think about what happens when your dog hears something unusual at night. Their brain flags it as potentially important. But because of that bond, because of you, their response is amplified. They're not just reacting to the environment. They're protecting a shared space, a bonded territory. You. And that bark, it's not just noise. It's communication. So when did this behavior start? The answer is basically from the beginning. Over 15,000 years ago, before agriculture, before cities, before written language, early wolves began approaching human camps. Not aggressively, curiously. The less fearful ones stayed closer. They scavenged. They observed. And over generations, humans began selecting for those calmer, more perceptive animals. Dogs that noticed subtle threats early. Dogs that reacted quickly to unusual sounds. Dogs that stayed close. Archaeological evidence supports this. A burial site in Bonn Oberkassel, Germany, dated around 14,000 years ago, shows a human buried alongside a dog, with evidence the dog had been cared for through illness. These weren't just animals. Family. Genetically, modern dogs carry unique variations, particularly in genes related to social cognition and sensory processing, that differ significantly from wolves, including regions linked to hypersensitivity to environmental cues. So when your dog barks at nothing, they're not malfunctioning. They're doing exactly what they were shaped to do over 15 millennia. Now, I want to tell you about a study that nobody talks about because the finding seems almost impossible at first. In 2017, researchers from Canisius College studied how dogs affect human sleep. And objectively, sleep quality decreased. Participants experienced more awakenings, more movement, less uninterrupted rest. But here's the paradox. Over 80% of participants reported feeling more secure, more relaxed, and emotionally better when their dog was present. How is that possible? Because your brain values safety more than perfect sleep. And this is where it gets deep. Your dog barking at night, even when you don't understand why, can subconsciously reinforce a sense of protection, a feeling that someone is alert, someone is watching. Maybe your dog isn't disturbing your night. Maybe they're restoring something more ancient than sleep itself. Security. And the science doesn't stop there. A 2022 study from researchers at Linköping University in Sweden examined stress synchronization between dogs and their owners. They measured cortisol levels, your body's primary stress hormone. And what they found was remarkable. Dogs and their owners showed aligned cortisol patterns over time. Their stress levels rose and fell together. Even more interesting, this synchronization did not occur with unfamiliar humans. This only happens within bonded pairs. And that means something profound. Your dog's nervous system is not separate from yours. It's linked. So when your dog suddenly becomes alert in the middle of the night, their body is responding to something real in their environment. And through that bond, you're part of that system too. This isn't random behavior. It's a shared biological network responding in real time. There's one last thing I need to tell you, and it might be the most important part of this video. If your dog has been doing this for months or years, and one day they suddenly stop, don't brush it off. Dogs are creatures of habit. When a deeply established behavior disappears overnight, there's always a reason. It could be environmental, a new pet, a new person, a shift in routine. It could be physical pain, sometimes the earliest sign, before you see limping or stiffness. Or, in older dogs, it could signal cognitive decline. Studies suggest up to 35% of senior dogs show signs of canine cognitive dysfunction. Your dog doesn't have language. Behavior is the only way they can tell you something is wrong. So changes matter. Always. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m. to silence, and then suddenly, your dog lifts their head, ears forward, staring into what looks like empty space, and barks, remember what's actually happening. A sensory system detecting things you can't perceive. 15,000 years of evolution. A neurochemical bond that mirrors the connection between parent and child. And a brain wired to notice the smallest changes in the world around you. All pointed at one thing. Your dog isn't barking at nothing. They're responding to a world that's invisible to you. And in their mind, they're keeping it safe. If this changed how you see your dog, subscribe to Mindful Pause and drop a comment below. I want to know, where is your dog right now? And if you want to understand why your dog suddenly stares at you for no reason, that's the next video. And the science behind it is even stranger than you'd expect.